Tapta Kanjana Gaudangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Yamadibhir yoga patahe Abhyasan Shraddhayanvitaha Mai Bhavena Satyena Matkata Shravanena Cha Yamadibhir yoga patahe Abhyasan Shraddhayanvitaha Mai Bhavena Satyena Matkata Shravanena Cha Yamadibhir yoga patahe Abhyasan Shraddhayanvitaha Mai Bhavena Satyena Matkata Shravanena Cha Yama Adibhihi, beginning with Yama. Yoga Pathai had a yoga system. Abhyasan, practicing. Shraddhayanvitaha, with great faith. Mai, unto me. Bhavena, with devotion. Satya, heard about Matkatha, stories about Shravanena, by hearing. Cha, and one has to become faithful at practicing the controlling process of the yoga system, must elevate himself to the platform, unalloyed devotions of the chanting and hearing about me. One has to become faithful by practicing the controlling process of the yoga system and must elevate himself to the platform, unalloyed devotional service by chanting and hearing about me. Yes, Supriya Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Yoga is practiced in 8 different stages: Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi. Yama and Niyama mean practicing the controlling process by following strict regulations, and Asana refers to the sitting postures. These help raise one to the standard of faithfulness in devotional service. The practice of yoga by physical exercise is not the ultimate goal. The real end is to concentrate and to control the mind and train oneself to be situated in faithful devotional service. Bhavena or bhava is a very important factor in the practice of yoga or in any spiritual process. Bhava is explained in Bhagavad Gita 10.8, Buddha Bhava. Buddha Bhava Samanvitaha. One should be absorbed in the thought of love of Krishna. When one knows that Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the source of everything and that everything emanates from him, Aham Sarvasya Prabhavaha, then one understands the Vedantic aphorism, Janmadhyasya Yataha, the original source of everything, and then he can become absorbed in Bhava or the preliminary stage of love of Godhead. Rupa Goswami explains very nicely in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu how this bhava or preliminary stage of love of God is achieved. He states that one first of all has to become faithful, Shraddhayanvitaha. Faith is attained by controlling the senses either by yoga practice, following the rules and regulations and practicing the sitting postures, or by engaging directly in Bhakti Yoga as recommended in the previous verse. Of the 9 different items of Bhakti Yoga, the first and foremost is to chant and hear about the Lord. That is also mentioned here. Mat katha shravanena cha. One may come to the standard of faithfulness by following the rules and regulations of the yoga system, and the same goal can be achieved simply by chanting and hearing about the transcendental activities of the Lord. The word cha is significant. Bhakti Yoga is direct and the other processes is indirect. But even if the indirect process is taken, there is no success unless one becomes fully to the direct process of hearing and chanting the glories of the Lord. Therefore, the word Satyena is used here. In this connection, Swami Sridhara comments that Satyena means Nishkapatena, without duplicity. The impersonalists are full of duplicity. Sometimes they pretend to execute devotional service, but their ultimate goal is to become one with the Lord. This is duplicity, kapata. The Bhagavatam does not allow this duplicity. In the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is clearly stated, Paramo Nirmatsaranam. This treatise, Srimad Bhagavatam, is meant for those who are completely free from envy. The same point is again stressed here. Unless one is completely faithful to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and engages himself in the process of hearing and chanting the glories of the Lord, there is no possibility for liberation. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunavadi Pashata Deshatadini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Yamadivir Yoga Pataye Abhyasan Shraddhayan Vitaha Mai Bhavena Satyena Madhikata Shavanena Cha. One has to become faithful at practicing the controlling process of yoga system, must elevate himself to the platform of unalloyed devotional service by chanting and hearing about me. Faith. Faith is believing something sublime, which you cannot see, but just believing. That's called faith. And another word is kapat, which is used there in the word kapatena. Kapat means duplicity. So these two words been meditated here. Let us try to meditate. Faith, we can understand there are various kinds of faith. One is called blind faith. One is called practical faith. One is called skeptic. Normally in life, we exercise blind faith. I go to this movie, I'll become happy. It's a blind faith. We are always under blind faith. There is no proof of it. Many people say, I'm a rationalist. Yesterday I was seeing there are 25 countries where atheists are more than 60%. More than 60, 60%, 65, 70. And they call themselves, we are very rationalist. We don't believe in faith. But you are believing that by enjoying your senses, you will become happy. That is also blind faith. There is no logic, there is no reason behind it. And there is no experience that anybody has become happy by enjoying the senses. So people may say, Hare Krishna, the voice is okay. I just make it better. Okay. Just type on the chat, it's fine. Yes, thank you. So people may say, I'm very logical, I'm very reasonable. But actually, it's not true. I'm neither logical, neither I'm reasonable. Because I believe, it's called hedonism. I believe that by satisfying my senses, I'll become happy. This is called blind faith, madness. And we see actually it is true, the whole society is mad. Everybody is having a blind faith. Interestingly, they accuse us of having blind faith. But actually they who are blind faith. Bhagavatam compares, Andha yathande upiniyamana. People are like blind following another blind person. एक अंधा आदमी दूसरे अंधे को ले जाएगा, दोनों तो गिरेंगे ही ना. The whole society is like that. It's not that they made up their own path. Most of the people do not have what is known as independently thoughtful. Srila Prabhupada says, I want to train all my devotees to be independently thoughtful. He says that. But to be independently thoughtful, you have to be trained. Many people meditate on. Prabhupada said, no, we should be independently thoughtful. But before that, Prabhupada says the word train. That they ignore. Just like a small child, if it is independently thoughtful, it is foolish. No. I think I will cross the road on my own go and get hit by a car. So unless one is mature, if it's independently thoughtful, is going to be a foolish man. Anybody independently thoughtful, actually the leader. Everything he assesses on it. And the very nature is that at a particular age, say 25 plus, if the parents are sleeping, they don't train the child, generally at 25, he becomes independently thoughtful. And then you see the mess. Then you see the mess because you were lazy, you didn't train him, and see the mess. Even in the temple, we have to be ready. Within first 3 years, when somebody joins a temple, this is psychology. The person just blindly follows what is told. Ye karo, haan karo, ye aisa hota, haan aisa hota. Correct? It's like 25 years normal life, is around 3 years. Somebody joins a temple. For 3 years, he will do whatever it is. Khade ho jao, haan khade ho jao. Baith jao, haan baith jao. Ye aisa hota, haan aisa hota. He is not thinking. But 3 years later, everything he will assess on his own, whether it is right or wrong. So you like or not, people do become independently thoughtful. If you do not train them, wait for the trouble. Yeah? Just like parents. If they don't train the child, be ready. You start becoming independently thoughtful from 15 years. So after 15 years, the child starts assessing things on his own. And at 25 years, doors are closed. He has made up a decision to a large extent. Unless he gets a big kick in his life, it doesn't change after that. Sometimes they have very confident about something, they get a nice kick, like COVID was a nice kick. Then they started thinking, really, life is what God is there or not. Otherwise, they just go along in that path. So for temples also, devotees come, the congregation, it's true for everybody, either congregation or temple devotee, brahmachari. They will become independently thoughtful very soon, unless you train them. You are in for a trouble. Anna? You will be facing the difficulty as a parents feel. So now, whoever is independently thoughtful, they become the leaders in the society. Okay? Among most successful among them, then everybody listens to them. But if they are not properly trained, they are going to cause disaster. Therefore, Prabhupada says, the world is suffering today because of bad leaders. Whole world is suffering because leaders are not good. In the society, you like or not, some people do play the part of intellectuals, the Kshatriyas, Vaishyas. They are playing the part. There are business people today, there are politicians today, there are intellectuals today, there are, but they're not qualified for their job. Therefore, world is suffering. So somebody is not qualified, not trained, and you're following him. That's called blind faith. There's no reason, there is no logic, there is no support from the Shastras, there is no evidence from the great sages before. We just blindly follow. Most of the people, even in science or in religion, they just do this. They just blindly follow. Somebody said something, they just close their eyes and they accept it. So there is something which has been said apart from blind faith, something called practical faith. Just like, say we have F equal to MA in physics. It comes from the books. It's not absolute knowledge, but just to give an example. Mistake can be there. So this is the Newton's law we studied in school, just to give you an example. So that becomes, you saw, so you heard it in the textbook. Teacher explained in the class, and it is also supported by great scientists before. Guru Sadhu Shastra Vakya Tinete Koriya Akya. So that is the way we develop faith. And then you apply faith, you do the experiment, you see it's working, you apply, then your faith grows, and then you can make machines and everything. So similarly, in spiritual life also, in real life, there should be what is known as practical faith. Now, why we chant Hare Krishna? Because it's supported by the Shastra, explained by great Acharya like Srila Prabhupada, and supported by great sages in the history, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Kirtaniya Sadahari, supported. So we Guru Sadhu Shastra says, chant Hare Krishna, we accept chant Hare Krishna. We are not following blind faith, we are following practical faith. And then the third thing is called skeptic. The skeptic is that as much reasonable evidence you give, he keeps doubting. There was one person who came here from other Vaishnava Sampradaya, young boy. And as much I'll spend time with him, he will not accept Lord Chaitanya as incarnation of, as Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. He will not accept. I will show him evidence from the Shastra, he will not accept. I will show him the like great Acharya like Rupa Goswami, recognize him, he will not accept. And I'll say, explain great gurus like Srila Prabhupada, accept him as Krishna. You give whatever evidence, he'll not accept. Now, this is not correct. This is called skepticism. Skepticism means you doubt. And today what has happened, this world is being actually run by blind faith, fools. And they say we should doubt the scriptures. That is skepticism. Doubt to an extent that they cannot even speak. Just like you are a very good doctor, and if I put a bad propaganda about you in the city, you cannot show your skills. Nobody wants to come to you only because there is a bad propaganda. Just give a dog a bad name and hang him. So similarly, we do not allow reason, logic, philosophy to come to the society because there is a propaganda against the Vedic literature everywhere. Vedic literatures are very reasonable, very understandable. They actually do not need any advertisement. Just people with an open mind has to just read them. They'll find everything acceptable. Why did Srila Prabhupada say distribute these books? Because he knew that anybody open these books and read, it is reasonable, it is understandable, he'll appreciate it. He'll become a devotee. Unless he's convinced of that, why say distribute these books? We can help somebody understand. That's the role Srila Prabhupada gave us. Sometimes we feel, I'll not speak anything, I just give the book. That's fine, you can give the book. They asked Srila Prabhupada once this question. So Prabhupada gave a very nice answer. He said, see, you can teach these books. Just like in a university, the teacher who is teaching the class, he doesn't write the books. Books are written by some expert. Even in any field of engineering, medicine, some expert writes the books. But teacher understands the book. He understands the essence of the book. And you need his help to understand the book. Or it is beneficial that the teacher is involved. When we have the COVID, we had total schools, colleges are closed. So everybody had a book at his home. Around the world, why did the whole online classes? What are the need? You read the book, that's enough. Teacher is needed. So we are, what service we are going in ordered by Srila Prabhupada. Now we are explaining Srimad Bhagavatam. That is order of Srila Prabhupada. Please teach my books. And it helps. Many people have said that they did have Bhagavad Gita at their home as we are doing online classes, many people. So I opened it, but now when I am attending the classes, the meaning is becoming clear. I think we got it a billion times. This review by practically everybody. Like Prabhupada Bhagavad Gita is there at many homes in India. And many people, Prabhupada did not limit it. Many people read the book and they became blissful, became very advanced devotees. He doesn't depend on anything. But at the same time, Prabhupada's books are like a time bomb. It explodes. But we can help it explode. That role we can play. So we distribute books, but suppose we collect those addresses and we say that we can hold online a class for all of you. You can all join me and we can explain the essence of the book. We are helping to explode that bomb. Boom. Then it becomes, that the service given to Srila Prabhupada. Teach my books. That is a service he has given us. Teach these books. Okay. So, but the society we see, they are morally skeptic because they created such propaganda that nobody either will open a book, neither will hear the class in the book. It has been dubbed in English as mythology, and which is unfortunate. And because of that, the whole propaganda, the negative propaganda which is there in the society, just like sometimes people of one faith in religion decry the faith of other people. It's quite common. They say, you are simply following someone. And simply like that, because they are too attached. So similarly, the atheists have actually taken over the education system. Who has taken over the atheists? They have taken over the education system today. And they, even though they themselves have so much faith, there was, I remember one professor who was my classmate. And he had come to, he's unfortunately no more. He was a professor, he was a colleague in the college. In fact, spiritual colleague. I was doing BTech, he was doing MTech. Later he did PhD and he became professor in IIT Kharagpur. Very senior professor, very, very respected. And where I was teaching the best college here, the professors were his students. Very respected person. So he came for some investing, some, the accreditation, something. He came to the college. So when he came, I saw the professors running around because he is their teacher. And he was part of BI, Bhaktivinoda Institute, ISKCON. Even though he's not a full-time worker, but he's a BI, member of BI. So he came and he called me, and I also went with him. He visited us. Then I went to the college. He said, sit down here. I'll show you how do I take class. And his class was religion. Gita is fact, science is faith. And he convinced them. He convinced them science is actually faith and Gita is actually fact. This switch is needed. Today, the society, there is a propaganda. Religion means you just believe, and science means facts. You will not become devotee unless you reverse this. Devoted means what? Nishkapata. And there's the word used, nishkapata. Kapat means, what is the word used? Duplicity. We say, I believe in Krishna and I also believe in Darwin's theory. It's not possible. You're duplicitous. There are many people. The house, they do nice aarti for the Lord, they worship that, go in the college and they teach Darwin's theory. It's atheistic theory. Darwin's theory, Miller theory, Big Bang theory. If the creation has come by accident, then why I'm worshipping him? What he's to do? He has no work to do. It doesn't make sense. So people are kapata, they are duplicitous. But hey, devotee should not be. So we do have this duplicity because we are not fully convinced. And therefore, even though we are devotee, we think about self-gratification because we are not convinced. We are still duplicitous. है ना? अभी कपट नहीं गया, कपटी बोलते हैं ना, बहुत कपट है इसमें. कपट मतलब अब भक्त बन गए तो अभी इंद्रिय भोग के बारे में क्या सोचते हैं, बहुत सोचते हैं, because अभी भी कपट नहीं गया. Just like Prabhupada is talking on Mayavadis, we are laughing, but actually we are also a joke. Mayavadis is like how they are a joke because they worship God, but they don't accept him as worshipable. Actually, they think I am God. That doesn't make sense what they are doing. They just worship God to be able to help them meditate. But they feel that later by this meditation, I'll become God. Then I don't have to worship him. It's like if I use stairs, when I climb above, then I don't need the stairs. I can throw the stairs. So their devotion to Guru is also kapata. Because when they become God, there's no relation with Guru. It's all over. So they are so much. Prabhupada once was walking. He had every movement an example. He was walking, so there was some rough area. So Prabhupada held somebody's hand. The moment they crossed it, Prabhupada said, over, I don't need you now. I don't need you now. And then he explained the Mayavada philosophy. That is the idea of Guru. Use him, dump him. Like a stairs. Use the stairs to climb somewhere. Then you throw the stairs. I don't need the stairs. That's the logic. So I meditate on God because I need to. It helps me to meditate. And then I dump him. I myself become God. I don't have to meditate on God. I am myself God. So Prabhupada, this is kapatis. Their devotion, their bhajana is all kapata. Because they actually do not understand that I am subordinate to the Supreme God. Bhakti means there is bhakta, there is bhokta, and then there is bhakti. When they don't understand there is bhokta, they themselves are bhokta, then where there is bhakti, it is kapat. You see, in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna tells Krishna, I do not want to fight the war. He was not kapati, he was genuine. He did not want to fight the war. You know? How many times we can make a statement from which is genuine? Very difficult. So to become nishkapata is a great achievement. Krishna, I want to serve you. Can we say that without kapata? If we can say that without kapata, then that is great advancement in spiritual life. Krishna, can you accept this bhoga? If you can say without kapata, you're really great. Great. Krishna, I want to hear your holy name now for 2 hours. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Can you say that without kapata? So we need to come out of this kapata. And Prabhupada is quoting the second shloka of Srimad Bhagavatam. Dharma pujita kaitavatra parmo nirma saranam satam. This Bhagavatam is only meant for people who are not kapata or envious of the Lord. At the state, still trying to understand the glories of God, but their Mayavadi means Mayavadi Krishna Aparadhi. You know, sometimes people who are hearing, they may be wondering, ये क्या इस्कॉन वाले हर दिन कभी किसी को क्रिटिसाइज करते हैं, कभी किसी को। मायावादी लोग की तो जान के पीछे पड़े लोग, है ना, ऐसा लगता है। ऐसा मायावादी know that they're scared of ISKCON. Every day we get up and we say they Mayavadi, and till we sleep we keep hitting them. Similarly, Prabhupada said, more you reject, more you kick this theory of Darwin, Miller and Big Bang, the more you'll advance in spiritual life. He says in that life comes from life. More you kick this theory, more you'll advance. Because actually the fact is whole world and we actually believe all this. Therefore, Prabhupada is launching a movement. Actually, his movement is a kind of a revolution. Prabhupada said, I want to change the way the world thinks. That's why he's doing. He's creating a revolution in the thinking process of the people. Revolution. Because people actually, the society does believe in atheism today to a large extent, because atheists have taken over the education system. And everybody goes to get educated and they become atheists. They start becoming, the education is like that. You see, small children generally, they have not decided whether God is there or not. They're innocent. Rather, if they go along with their parents, they bow down to the Lord. Correct? Everywhere. But then, as their education develops, they become atheistic. They're taught creation happened by accident, some explosion or there. They're taught life came by accident and different species just evolved accidentally. When they hear all this, where is the place for God then? Many people ask this question, and when you are teaching them in college, sir, tell me, why do I need God? They ask this question because these fundamental issues the atheism has answered to them. Atheists have their own answer and they convince them. When Srila Prabhupada was asked once, why you come to America, Prabhupada said, I come to make you intelligent. Because you know, there are dull people. They accept such silly answers. So anyway, so the whole society is actually full of what we can say, three kind of people, either practical faith or blind faith or skeptic. Mostly we find, if you want to divide people, you'll find having blind faith. They're foolish. They will say, I'm a rationalist. They drink, they smoke, they plan sense enjoyment. What kind of rational man will do that? They're foolish people. Doesn't make sense. They say, I have blind faith. Okay, there's blind faith is done. The skeptic, even though we give them reasonable evidence, they don't agree to worship Krishna. So what we need society to come to the form is practical faith, practical faith. And if they accept this process, see, the whole thing is, we are also searching for truth. Scientists are also searching for truth. Why is it that we arrive at the conclusion that Krishna is there, they didn't? Because we took the right process and they're not taking the right process. What is the right process? Tadvidhi pranipatena. Go to an acharya. Take shelter. Pariprashnena sevaya. If you have any doubts, you can inquire. Sevaya, offer your service. Upadakshanti te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshinaha. You will get knowledge because acharya has knowledge. Now this is the vidhi. This is the process given. Tatavidhi. Krishna says, if you want knowledge. But if you bypass this process, you will not get knowledge. You will not get it. Amanittam, Madam Mitvam, big list is given in the chapter 13. We see the society, there is no knowledge. The divine knowledge is not different from God. It is Krishna himself. So Krishna will not manifest in the heart of a person unless he follows the process given in the Bhagavad Gita. Tadavidhi pranipatena. Just like now, if you want to download a file, so many times it happens, you don't want to download some software, they say you can download from these servers, any server which is working, and we try the server, okay, or the server. Similarly, you want to download file of Krishna, you have to take it from a server. That is the Acharya, Guru. It is manifest in his heart. And to the degree it is manifested in the heart, to that degree you can download. And pure devotee means full file is there. And this file is so nice, even we get 1 bit, 1 kilobyte of that file, that also works. Normal files don't work unless you fully download. Krishna's file is very beautiful. It works to whatever degree we have downloaded. But then Prabhupada is saying, We can follow many indirect processes to come to Krishna consciousness, like yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, or impersonalism, blah, 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 blah. Why not follow the direct process? And the king of all the direct processes, 9, Shavadam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Vandanam, Arkanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakam, Atmani, Vedanam, except the Shavadam process. The king is Shavadam among all the 9, Navavidha Bhakti, that is to hear patiently. And then the magic starts. So patiently, if we can hear the message of Krishna consciousness, the magic starts. Then our Krishna consciousness starts moving. Maya sakta mana partha yogam yunjam madashaya asamshayam samagram mam yatagya sittashnu. Krishna is also saying in Bhagavad Gita, please hear. That's all. Sometimes parents tell me, why don't you listen? They say or not? Why don't you listen? Sunta nahi hai. The same thing Krishna is saying, sunta nahi hai. Tat shuno. Please listen, my dear child. Everything will be fine. We don't want to listen. And this listening process is not material. At the end, it is spiritual. You listen with faith. When you listen, there is so much Shruti Phala given in so many chapters of Chaitanya Charitamrita in Bhagavatam. Why? Because when you are listening with faith, that's how faith travels from one person to another person. The spiritual knowledge transfers from one person to another person when we listen with faith. But today what happens is that we feel somebody is successful. I told you this analogy because I feel certain other thing is shortage in my life. So if somebody has some money, because I think I have shortage and he has money, I start listening him with faith because he's successful. If somebody is very famous, somebody is very beautiful, I have that shortage. I think I'm not so beautiful. I'm not so famous. If somebody is famous, he gets everybody's attention. We think that he has something that don't have. Then I start listening him with faith and I destroy my spiritual life. Because by wrong hearing, spiritual life is destroyed. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very strict. When he used to see his disciples have hearing, he used to be very upset. One of the disciples used to sit sometimes among Mayavadi. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I will not see his face again. He was very strict. Shravanam naiva kartamyam. We should never hear the vibration created by sinful people, even if they say they are Vaishnavas. Now we know this. Avaishnava mukho gita puta harikatamritam shravadam naiva kartavya. We should not hear. Why? And what is the definition of Avaishnava? Stri sangi eka Krishna bhaktara. So people who are Stri sangis means always desiring association opposite sex. Krishna abhakta, who are not inclined for service to Krishna, who have no desire in their heart to serve Krishna, but rather they're indulging all in the sense enjoyment. Now such people, the association should be abundant. Now sometimes we take it only this, we should not hear the vibration if somebody is talking about Krishna and he's a Vaishnava. No, we should not hear him at all. Well, he's speaking about Krishna or speaking anything else. We should not hear. Sangha Tyaga is such a big element in spiritual life. Give up. Don't hear these people. They talk about Krishna or anything. Don't hear. That's all. Refuse to hear. Or either say that. Because they are not devotees. What they will speak? My real shortage is Krishna consciousness. Somebody has Krishna consciousness, I'll hear him with great respect and attention, and I'll advance his spiritual life. My advance in the spiritual life will come by proper hearing. So we have to hear. But if you can select a right source, the more the source is correct, more your advancement is guaranteed. So, and which is the most perfect source we have in ISKCON? Srila Prabhupada books. So we should always find time to read these books very attentively, submissively, with great faith. Hearing this book is not just hearing. Hearing with submissive hearing will bring the effect. To the degree, to that degree, Krishna reveals himself. Tam sataya bhajami aham. What is the shloka? to the degree you surrender to that degree, Krishna reveals. Ye yatama prapadyante tam tatam vajami. Ye yatama, to the degree. So including hearing, reading Prabhupada books, to the degree we are submissive, to that degree the books will be showing their spiritual nature. And then our life is so. Let us not be kapata. Kapata is very easy. That's the nature of the world. The world is full of cheaters and the cheated. Let us not be kapata in service to Krishna. Let us be actually be submissive and the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada and try to advance the process of Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna, everybody. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Dandot Pranam, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandot Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I have heard.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, I have heard that in Bangalore, one college is being.
Hare Krishna. So yesterday, I hope you all enjoyed. Hare Krishna. So you all enjoyed yesterday the festival, Nityananda Trayodashi. Bit unplanned because we announced only one day before, and I was seeing in the class was parallelly being held at all the languages, but total count was just 400. So I wish that at least all the teachers call 50 people minimum every day. If not 50, at least 10 people every day. Develop more connection and create Bhakti Vrikshas, counselor system, what everybody is going on. See, it is well developed, participate in the system. And for God Purnima, we can do better planning and see that 5,000 people join the class, okay? For God Purnima. Another thing is that Ekadashi, every Ekadashi, you can request people in all the, we have so many platforms now. Almost all of you are involved in various services. See, for Ekadashi, we should see that the morning japa, again, we have 5,000 people. And we have, try, why not all of you try? Okay? Hare Krishna, everybody. Because we do have a congregation around 10,000 today, but we are not able to communicate. So everybody has to participate. Thank you. Hare Krishna, everybody. Hare Krishna. Pancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhu eva cha patitanam pavaneva vaishnavanam anant koti